Hello! Those of you who have watched all of our videos maybe remember one of the videos that we made with the Teichdoctor himself. In one of these videos he mentions that 99% of all his constructions work well. So I think we have found the 1% that does not work well. We want to introduce this project to you, and we want to show you the possibilities you have if you have a problem water. Your channel for schwimmteichs. Nature in your garden and water that's alive. Enjoy watching. In May, we received an email of the owners of this schwimmteich, and they asked us for help, for advice. And as they were very near to us, to where we live, we came here in May for the first time, and we had a look at the water of this schwimmteich. The problem was that it was green, it was turbid, it was absolutely not swimmable, and they asked us for advice. And the only thing that we could say, or that we have experience with, are the effective microorganisms. So we told them we would recommend to use EM, effective microorganisms, to help the water to get into balance again. The special thing about this water is, about this schwimmteich is, the schwimmteich was constructed under the advice of the Teichdoctor himself. So the construction should be, everything should have been done well. This schwimmteich was built, I think, 5 years ago. It worked perfectly for 2 years, and then last year, so in 2021, it started to be really filthy, muddy, kind of gross, disgusting. And that's when they started to feel bad about it last year, and that's why, because this year it didn't get any better, so they contacted us, and since May we have been documenting what happened to this water, and we will show you in this video what happened. So we recommended to use EM, and that's what they did. They started in May, and to remember well, they took the date the 1st off, so every 1st of the month, after a few days after putting the EM into the water cleared up. And what they told us is that with time the microorganisms were not visibly necessary anymore, because the water stayed more or less very clear since the first time it cleared up. But they are still not happy. Why? Because the liner has a lot of stains still, but the main thing, or the main problem that I see when I look into the water, is all this algae, and it's mostly string algae, that covers more or less all the surfaces that there are. This state now is 4 weeks of not doing anything. So you see, they haven't done anything. They haven't broomed, they haven't sucked out detritus or whatever. They didn't even fish out the leaves for the last 4 or 5 weeks. And what we see is the result. Clear water. It's actually nice to swim if there weren't all these leaves and algae growing on the stones and on the pebbles. The Teichdoctor would say, great, you don't swim on the liner, the water is fine. But we understand that they don't want that. So we think that the only thing you can do now is keep maintaining, keep caring about the water and for the water. So the only thing we can recommend now is to keep fishing out the leaves, because if I see that, if I have a look here, of course it depends also on the time you have, I understand that, but we wouldn't leave those clusters of algae just floating on the surface. You should take that out. This is organic stuff. Every little leaf you see here is organic substance, and in the end the nutrients that are in those organic matters will be set free, and then it's again food for the algae. If you look at the bottom, at the ground of this schwimmteich, it's actually really full of algae, and this has to be, again, this has to be taken out, or at least it has to be brought down to the deep zone. And I think if I have a look now in this state of the water, I think it will take maybe another year, maybe even 2, to get the water into a state with very, very little nutrients. Only then, when you have this situation with really little nutrients in the water, then you will be happy, and you won't have all those algae blooming on the surface, on the surfaces of the liner. Yeah, so that's actually it, what we wanted to show you. And I think you have seen with the different states of the treatment that you do have a chance if you have algae blooming, if you have turbidity in your water. There are possibilities to get rid of them without a lot of technique and without chemical substances. I've talked a little bit about EM, effective microorganisms. We will soon have a video about this topic in detail. So I hope this video helps you to deal with your own water if you have a small problem or a big problem. And please don't hesitate to tell us in the comments what you do if you have a problem with your water. If you liked the video, please give us a thumb up. Subscribe to our channel if you don't want to miss our next videos. And thank you for watching and listening. Thank you.